a lot of times companies don't want to lose the results they're seeing, and your interests or your priorities might shift where the money is going. And so you might say, like, you might have an affiliate deal and a sponsorship deal, and they're close, but the sponsorship kind of wins out. Well, if I can come back and say, hey, Joe, I'll give you a little bit more to make that more lucrative for you on top of, like doing a hybrid, for example, where I give you upfront and plus commissions, it could be a win-win situation. And I think a lot of times people don't think about how if you prove yourself as an affiliate and then you take that away, it puts the company at a disadvantage. They're going to want to do what they can to get things back on track.
I remember the first time I got an affiliate payout. I didn't even know it was coming. The money just kind of showed up in my bank account. What is this from? I wondered as I was staring at this number I wasn't expecting. Then an email came through. A hosting company, like a web hosting company I had written a blog post about, paid my affiliate commission for the last 2 months. And while it wasn't an earth-shattering amount, it was a couple $100 that I didn't expect to get. Since then, I've been stumbling through, clumsily trying to make affiliate income an appreciable part of my bottom line. But it's never worked out as well as I hoped. So I decided to bring in an expert, my friend Justine Galea. She's been doing affiliate programs forever and is currently leading ConvertKit's, soon to be Kit, as well as consulting through her own business, Brilliant Affiliate. She's the perfect person to talk to, not only because I consider her a friend, but because she has a wealth of knowledge. And because of those two facts, Justine not only sets me straight, but she offers a ton of fantastic actionable advice for how to make the most of affiliate programs, how to find the right ones, and how they can live harmoniously and even help with sponsorships. I think a lot of people feel that if they do one, they can't do the other, and that couldn't be further from the truth. So I want you to look for these top takeaways. Affiliate programs provide a way to earn passive income by referring customers to products or services you recommend, but you need to make sure to look for the ones that pay well. You should target your affiliate content to the right people. People who are low in your funnel and who are weighing their options between your recommended product and the competitors. They are likely to make a purchase based on your recommendation. And you should balance affiliate income with sponsorships. Affiliate is more passive long-term, while sponsorships are good for timely campaigns. But being a good affiliate can also help you land sponsored campaigns from the same company, and Justine, who has done both, will explain why that's true. So I loved this interview. Now, if you didn't hear last week, I also changed the structure of Streamlined Solopreneur Accelerated. So this is a really tight interview. You're going to get tons of actionable advice in 35 minutes. But if you want to hear more, if you want to hear a more casual conversation where I dive into affiliate offers gone wrong and we offer tech tips and get even more in the weeds, you can become a member at streamlined.fm/join. You will get ad-free extended episodes for every interview I do, as well as every solo episode. It's just ad-free extended episodes all the way through. You'll get bonus episodes. And since last week with these interviews, you're going to get about as much content in the member episode as you get in the free episode. So if you love this conversation and you want to get more of it, you can head over to streamlined.fm/join. That's streamlined.fm/join. And if you want to get all of the show notes, because we talk about a ton of resources here, you can head over to streamlined.fm/426. But that's it. Without further ado, let's get into the intro and then the interview. Welcome to the Streamlined Solopreneur, a show for busy solopreneurs to help you improve your systems and processes so you can build a business while spending your time the way you want. I know you're busy, so let's get started. All right, I'm here with Justine Galea. She is the ConvertKit, soon to be Kit, affiliate manager, and is doing her own affiliate thing through the Brilliant Affiliate newsletter, which is cool. And probably like a whole service thing. But Justine, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Likewise, I initially, well, we're going to talk about this in the pro show, but I said I was sorry to miss you at Craft and Commerce. And it turns out neither of us were there. So, but
So sad.
As you are running a affiliate program for a very creator focused company, I want to start off with let's level set first, because I want to ask you like what makes a good affiliate program. But let's level set with what would you consider an affiliate program? Like, what is an affiliate program?
Sure. So, I think the way I consider an affiliate program is really a tool that companies can use to partner with people to refer new customers to them. So, if you are an affiliate, you would get a special tracking link through an affiliate program, be able to promote that company's product and services. And anytime a conversion takes place, you would get a commission from that company. So an affiliate program just gives a company a way to pay their biggest fans and advocates for sending new business their way.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a commission-based payout thing, right?
Yeah.
And these have been around for a long time, right? I feel like there's probably, if I had done more research, there's probably like a ebb and flow to the popularity and ubiquity, we'll say, of affiliate programs, right?
Absolutely. I think a lot of times, if I think back to the earliest ones, it's mostly the e-commerce space, did like physical product sales, that kind of thing. But a lot of B2B SaaS type of companies started to implement them, I'd say maybe 10, 15 years ago. At least like the earliest program I launched was, I think, back in 2012 for FreshBooks. So that,
Nice.
it was something that we had or we were thinking about, but we just hadn't, it wasn't really done back then for that type of company as much.
Yeah, but in a way, it kind of makes more sense, right? Because like with a physical product, Amazon's affiliate program is like 4%, right? And
Right.
that's tough. First of all, they don't really need affiliates, right?
Not anymore. There's actually been tons of companies who have used affiliates like to get off the ground and then are like, yeah, we're closing our program now, bye.
Yeah, I've seen that, right? And that's
Netflix. Yeah.
oh, right. Yeah. And look, I get it if it's not doing anything for you and it's like more overhead to run, but sometimes it feels like, all right, well, we used you and now we don't need you. And so peace
Right.
out.
Yeah.
Right. Which is maybe why Amazon keeps hanging on to theirs, right? Because
Once in a
and they
while,
just
they'll throw them a bone and give them 5 or, hey,
yeah,
this type
right.
of product, you'll get 8% this month.
I'm in like some experiment where they're doing like bounties or payout, like bonus payouts if you like move a certain amount of product,
Nice.
which makes it sound like a drug deal. But so it's like nice. That's very passive for me, right? Like if I'm linking to an Amazon product, I have a process in place where I can easily grab or generate the Amazon affiliate link. But that's not something that like I wouldn't stake my business on the Amazon affiliate program.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think I tend to tell people especially who are starting out, to focus on lucrative affiliate programs. So those, you can find lucrative programs in every niche. You just have to think a little bit outside of the box. So for example, if you're in the fashion space, a lot of the programs are paying very small amounts, like 5 to 15% at the most. And a lot of times you might not even want to partner with certain of those fashion companies for whatever reason. And so if you think about others, like if you think about what are high end products in the fashion space and then join those programs, even though the commission's only 10%, the product price is so high that you would get a decent amount on each sale. Or if you are in the, doing behind the scenes content or starting to help people with starting a fashion business, then you could potentially be selling fashion related courses, which typically will have like that 50% commission rate. So there are ways absolutely to find lucrative programs in your space, even if it's not the B2B, traditional financial stuff.
Yeah, that's really good advice, right? And kind of completes the thought that I started and then got distracted with Amazon. But physical products have a lot of actual overhead, right? And then there's the selling. So like you're probably not going to see more than like a 10% or maybe 15% commission on a physical product, because you have like real tangible costs there, right? But with software as a service, like yes, there are still costs and there's still a business to run, but there's not like a per item sold cost.
Right.
Right. So they can offer higher commissions for the software or the courses.
Exactly. And they typically do. I have a little rant about physical product companies, though, because if you think about wholesale, I used to do wholesale years ago. I had a jewelry company on Etsy and I would sell my products to retail stores. And so I would have to give 50% off to any retail store to buy my products. Now, yes, they did buy in bulk. So maybe I'd get like a $2,000 order versus a $20 sale, but I was able to discount my product 50%. So why can't they pay affiliates more than 5-10%? I don't understand. Like, I really do think there's more wiggle room there and they just don't want to. It's just the industry standard. So that's what they stick to. If a company decides to like forego that and actually offer something really generous, they could crush it in that space, but they don't. They all stick to like, hey, what's the playbook? Oh, we all do 10. Let's just do 10. So
yeah, that's really interesting because I have thought about affiliate programs the same way, where it's like, instead of, I've tried to ask affiliates like if like instead of giving me a 30% commission, I could offer like a 30% discount to my members, right? Yeah. And like a lot of times, like the system wasn't in place, or like it really didn't make sense because like my membership wasn't very big or whatever. But there are ways to get creative. I think is, I guess, what.
For sure. Yeah. A lot of times companies should be able to do that. Like from the affiliate manager's perspective, if I don't care who comes to me, I don't care what size your audience is. If you ask me for something that I can easily give you, I'm happy to do that because one, it just helps build our relationship. And then two, if it's like a 2 clicks and I can give you a 30% discount to pass to your membership, I'm going to do it, right? Why not? It's just extra results for me and a nice thing for you. The only time I can think of companies who don't do that, if they really want to make it, oh, you have to be this size or it's exclusive, I don't think that's a best practice. I don't like operating that way. But they definitely, I'm sure there are companies who just can't do it because they don't have the ability, right? Like I don't easily have the ability to create a 30% coupon. So that's something that would be harder for me to give. Whereas a 30-day trial, I can give you in a second. So if anyone asks, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, and that makes sense as well, right? It's because the other thing that maybe we would touch on later, maybe we wouldn't, is like affiliate budget generally is like a different pool of money than like the marketing budget. Is that right?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, so I've found that with sponsorships, right? When someone reaches out to me about being an affiliate, and I say like, oh, I don't really do that, but if you're interested in sponsoring, they're like, well, we got to send you to our marketing person now. That's a different
right. Or as a podcast person, or yeah.
Yeah, right. So I really like this. Like, look for high-end products, expensive products. Is there anything kind of before we move into Act 2 around best practices for affiliate programs, like for a solopreneur or a content creator, right? Like, I guess the thing that we haven't said yet, right, is this could be a good income stream for an additional income stream for a solopreneur, right? Even if you don't build your whole business off of it, there could be an opportunity to bring in like a little bit, right? I'm in Circle's affiliate program, and I referred like one person one time 2 years ago. And generally the Circle affiliate payout covers like the Intuit, like the QuickBooks fee that
Right.
I get from like a big invoice. And I'm like, all right, well, that offsets some costs for me, right? So it's worth it.
Absolutely. I think I got a $400 payout for something the other day, and it's like, yeah, it's not going to pay all my bills, but like it makes me happy, you know? And
Yeah.
it feels nice because you haven't worked that hard for it in a way, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Whereas I
exact
think a
like yeah.
sponsorship, it's a lot more work. And Charlie at ConvertKit, soon to be Kit, she talked about this where she's like, I really want to add more um, affiliate opportunities and income, because sometimes doing a brand sponsorship is just a lot of work up front. Even though you get paid up front, it's like a different type of pressure.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I do both. Obviously, the show has sponsors that we're about to hear from soon, but um you're right in that, like, yeah, if I'm trying to like put dinner on the table, um and I need money fast, I'd probably go the sponsorship route, right? I can
Right.
exert a bunch of effort up front, get paid up front. But if I want something longer term and sustainable, right? Affiliate programs didn't disappear in 2022. Whereas sponsorship money, at least for me, for like small solopreneurs and creators, did for the most part. Like that was my worst year of the podcast as far
Right.
as income, where I pull in like mid five figures usually. I didn't pull in anything close to that in 2022.
Yeah. So I would say 2020 to 2022 was a pretty dark time. And from being on the company side of things, where I was working full time, and then I also had freelancing on the side where I was still managing FreshBooks affiliate program, and then full time, I think at Gusto. What I noticed was the first people to get cut from the workforce in marketing were specifically people doing paid social ads, so Facebook, Instagram, those types of ads, as well as people doing podcast sponsorships. Our budget just like disappeared, pull back. We had to it was the first time I ever saw Gusto had canceled sponsorships that they had like we had never done that before, because it
Wow.
was just it was a terrifying time, and I guess a lot of people just didn't know if we would have the budget to do certain things. So yeah, it was a tough time. Yeah, and I would say affiliate, on the other hand, I remember FreshBooks, actually, we increased our commission as a way to say, hey, I know this is like really crappy what's happening, because affiliates get paid after the company gets paid. So there's a lot more flexibility there. Yeah, so I think affiliate, it's a nice stream to have. And it's also, it can be so low key. It doesn't have to be a ton of work, right? You can just implement it slowly over time. And then as you start to see results and you can figure out like, oh, I just made some money off Circle. Let me put a little bit more effort into that. That's how you can approach it, versus let me put all my eggs into the affiliate basket, make $7 and then go, this doesn't work.
Yeah, and this is great. I think that perfectly answers like the last question I wanted to ask here about like best practices, because yes, there, at least I'm old enough to have been around when like affiliate websites, like affiliate specific websites were a thing, right? Like you'd
Yeah.
go all in on an affiliate program and your whole content strategy would be around them and it would just like crush it for you. Um I don't know how common those are today, but I think that your approach here, right? Pick a few good programs that pay out. Um is a good one, because you aren't, the time investment versus reward is better there. It could be better
Right.
there. So awesome. Well, I do want to ask a potentially inflammatory question. But first we need to hear from our sponsors. Look, when you have an online based business, speed and reliability are the most important aspects of a service. Not far behind that is actually owning the website that your business relies on. When you own your website, you're not subject to an algorithm, changing terms, or accidental shutdowns. That's why I'm so excited that Liquid Web is back as a sponsor of How I Built It this year. Their Cloud VPS is some of the best in-class hosting you can get when your business relies on your website. From speed to security and protection to regular backups, with Liquid Web, you can trust your website will remain in tip-top shape. Not technically savvy? Don't worry. Liquid Web offers fully managed hosting, which means they have a team of knowledgeable experts looking after your website for you, so you can focus on running your business. If you need fast, reliable, and secure hosting for your business, check out Liquid Web. Head over to howibuilt.it/liquidweb today. This episode is sponsored by Clarity. One of my biggest projects as part of the show's rebrand is to organize the website's content. That's over 400 episodes, and I was doing it using a Google Sheet. And if you're overwhelmed by that statement, you should be. But there's a better way. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could conduct a comprehensive content audit in minutes, identify areas for improvement with ease, and finally ditch the content guesswork? Clarity is your secret weapon. It automatically syncs your WordPress data, merges your Google Analytics information, and pulls insights from Google Search Console. It's your new go-to platform for content auditing. With Clarity, you can uncover hidden gems by easily identifying low-performing posts with broken links, missing alt text, or outdated information. You can track progress by monitoring the impact of your optimization efforts. You can see what content is truly resonating with your audience, and you can replicate your success by identifying your top performers and leveraging those insights to fuel future content creation. Imagine the time you'll save. No more combing through endless posts or building complex spreadsheets. Clarity makes content auditing and optimization a breeze. And as a listener of Streamline Solopreneur, you can sign up for just $1 your first month with the code SOLO2024. That's $1 for your first month with the code SOLO2024. To set up your account, go to streamlined.fm/clarity. That's streamlined.fm/CLARITI. Thanks so much to Clarity for sponsoring the show. All right, and we're back. So I kind of alluded to this earlier, but affiliate programs, by and large, haven't worked for me because I have always felt I would have to do a ton of free work to yield any real money. But that, based on what you've been saying so far, that's maybe my approach is wrong, or maybe there's a bit of a misconception.
So I think there's two ways you can look at it. The first is that, like we talked about with sponsorships, for example, there's upfront work that you need to do because you're getting paid upfront. And there's sometimes a lot of pressure. And I've had that conversation once with Justine, for example. He's amazing, right? Creator Wizard. He has such a great brand and such good advice for people who want sponsorships. But where I kind of differ from him in terms of my thinking around affiliate is that let's say that the sponsorship doesn't work out. You're probably not going to get another chance with that person, right? They might not want to maybe not going to re-up because it didn't pan out. And unfortunately, a lot of companies are doing direct response type of sponsorships where they're looking for results. They're not necessarily looking for brand awareness. With affiliate, you don't have that pressure. And so a lot of times I've been at companies where I was managing both affiliate and sponsorship, and I couldn't move forward with sponsorship until I had a history of results on the affiliate side. And so if you become a star affiliate, I'm happy to switch you to an upfront, hey, like I know this is how much this is what Joe's funnel looks like for me. Now I can go to my higher ups and say, hey, I want to make a case to do a sponsorship because I know that if he hits this much traffic, I'm going to get this many results. So you can actually secure better sponsorships and more long-term sponsorships through proving yourself as an affiliate in some cases. So like that's one way to look at it. And then the other thing I would say with affiliate is you can grow your audience through affiliate tactics. And so instead of looking at it as, oh, I'm going to do a bunch of upfront work for free for a company who's not giving me a dime, the way I would always look at it is my audience needs help on this topic. I'm going to create an amazing comparison article where I showcase 10 different affiliate platforms. And I'm going to like go all in. I'm going to, pros and cons and costs and screenshots. And then if I make money through that article, amazing. And often comparison articles in particular tend to rank well. They tend to perform very well for people. You can put paid ads behind them. So, it can become a very lucrative affiliate source. But the work and like the thought process behind it wasn't to make money or to be an affiliate or to like crush it for a company. It was really at the end of the day to help your audience with something they really needed. That's kind of how I would look at it for the most part.
Yeah, I love this framing. So first of all, I am a coach I'm like one of the asynchronous coaches in Justine's Wizards Guild. So
Nice.
I help people secure sponsorships all the time. Sponsorships is a big part of my business. And I love what you said about, hey, like an affiliate program can actually help you with sponsorships, right? I think that a lot of people worry that, oh, if I talk about this brand without them sponsoring me, they'll have no incentive to sponsor me. And that couldn't be further from the truth, right? Like if I do a really good campaign with ConvertKit, just promoting them through like, hey, best email service providers for podcasters and why, right?
Right.
And then like it's like ConvertKit and then like whoever. And that does really well, right? ConvertKit might think, hey, Joe wrote really good content, put this really good content together. We have a campaign coming out about how we're rebranding to Kit. We should sponsor Joe's stuff because, like you said, he has a proven track record.
Exactly. And actually, another thing people don't maybe think about is if you giveth and then you taketh away, it can affect me. And so if I'm the affiliate manager and you've like crushed it for me on a free affiliate campaign, and then you pull back and you start working on a sponsorship with some other company, I might be like, well, oh no, Joe's results have gone down a bit. Like, how can I incentivize Joe to start focusing on us again? Let me throw some sponsorship money his way to like make it more worth his while. So a lot of times companies don't want to lose the results they're seeing, and your interests or your priorities might shift where the money is going. And so you might say, like, you might have an affiliate deal and a sponsorship deal, and they're close, but the sponsorship kind of wins out. Well, if I can come back and say, hey, Joe, I'll give you a little bit more to make that more lucrative for you on top of, like doing a hybrid, for example, where I give you upfront and plus commissions, it could be a win-win situation. And I think a lot of times people don't think about how if you prove yourself as an affiliate and then you take that away, it puts the company at a disadvantage. They're going to want to do what they can to, get things back on track.
Yeah, and to your point with that, right? I won't name the brand. Maybe I'll tell Justine in Accelerated in the membership show who the brand is, which you can sign up over at streamline.fm/join to hear an even longer ad-free conversation with Justine and everybody else that I talk to on this show. But I had a brand come to me. I guess I did a comparison article that was ranking number one under the sponsor, like under the ads in Google. And they're like, hey, we'd love if you like updated this. We really made some changes. And I tried multiple times to get them on a sponsorship, and they were like super reluctant. And I'm like, I didn't feel, it's not that I'm like being petty and I'm like, I'm not holding it ransom. It is good content. So it would behoove me to update it, and I will when I have a chance, but it's not high on my priority list. And so, it's, I think there is like a good give and take there, and it is a relationship, right? It's not like the brand is not trying to say like, well, we only want to pay you if you're going to generate money for us. And the creator isn't saying, well, I'm only going to talk about you if you pay me, right? That's not a good relationship, right? ConvertKit, full disclosure, has sponsored this show in the past. And I am an affiliate, and I'm a big fan of the company. And so I will continue to talk about ConvertKit when it makes sense, which is often. And then if there is, and maybe this is the thing that we haven't said explicitly yet, right? Like sponsorships are really good for when a brand has a specific message at a specific time that they want to put out there, right?
Sure.
So like affiliate programs, or even if you're talking about a brand for free, are really good for the times where you just want to promote them because they're really good and your audience would benefit from them. And then if there is like a Black Friday sale, or it's like such a dumb example, or a company's rebranding, right? And they want as many people to know as possible, like, hey, starting on September 1st. I should say ConvertKit didn't say September 1st. They said September. So I'm just picking a date.
It will be in September, yes.
It'll be in September.
Yeah.
We want as many people to know. So we're going to do this paid ads campaign. That's when there's a good benefit of kind of balancing affiliates with sponsorship, right? So, I would talk about the new app store and like the RSS integration so you can easily share your podcast with your email subscribers. And then if there is a paid ad campaign, then I would use the brand's very specific messaging that they want me to use.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. I think that's kind of how we approach it. We have an influencer program, and it's kind of in a flywheel. So it's very structured. Tom runs it, our social media manager. And so it's kind of like every month people get a sheet on like, hey, we want you to make some videos around this topic, versus the affiliate where people could pick anything they want, any feature, any topic, and talk about it. I was just thinking about what you were talking about with that other brand. And it's funny because I had empathy for that company when you were talking about the situation, because I've been in that exact situation where I'm on a grid. Let's say my company is number 2 or 3 and I want to be number 1, but I don't have any sponsorship budget. I don't have even like a budget on the side for anything beyond affiliate. I'm surprised they didn't offer you something else, or maybe they did, but if I was in their shoes, I would have maybe at least tried to say, okay, let's bump up your commission rate. What's the company number 1 offering you? I will top that from an affiliate commission standpoint. Maybe I can give you an exclusive offer that they, so maybe it's everyone else's 14 days. I'll give you 30 days, something like that. There's got to be something. That's typically how I would do it on the manager side. But I can understand it sucks when they don't have the budget, because you do almost feel like, hey, this is something special and I'm not going to do this for free,
Yeah. And I guess that was the thing, which we'll definitely talk about this more in the pro show.
Sure.
But it was like, there was like maybe initial interest, but like not even a free account. So I'm like, so now it's going to cost me money to update this. It's like, I don't know. Okay. When I'm ready and have the budget and don't feel like paying for like 2 or 3 of the same tool, right? Like that's
crazy.
Yeah. So this has been really great. So I think the takeaways here, right, before we kind of get into the actionable advice, right, are you don't need to spend 10, 15, 20 hours per week creating affiliate content, right? You can start slow, test a couple of good ones, which we'll talk about kind of like how to find and what you should create next. But the point here is, right, like affiliate programs can live harmoniously with sponsorships, and you don't need to spend a lot of time on the front end with affiliates. Like you're not going to make like thousands of dollars unless you have a huge audience at first, but it's a slow build and it's a steady build, and it's perhaps a more predictable build, right?
Absolutely. And I think you can also think about your existing content. If you have, tens or hundreds of articles that are already there, you could just filter to your top performing posts or your top performing content. Look for like whatever has the highest traffic, just go through that article with an affiliate lens and say, hey, where can I easily insert, or where would it make sense in this article to insert an affiliate, widget or a little conversation about an affiliate product that relates to this article, because that's like a really easy way to like literally make money overnight.
Yeah, that's great. And I just made a note for, again, the pro show. I'm going to talk about kind of how, from a tech tip standpoint, kind of how to manage some of that, especially when it comes to like affiliate links that may or may not change. And how to like make your life so much easier when they do. But I want to let's end the main show here with some really good actionable advice for the listeners. How can we find good affiliate programs?
Yeah, so I think it starts with your goals, obviously, but I would say stick to, if you can, the more lucrative programs, especially when you're starting out. So if you are in a niche that's not considered lucrative, so something more B2C, look for high-end products, um, software related to those niches, or digital courses, info products in those niches. Those will be your best bet for like lucrative options. And then in terms of other things, you want to look for a company who has a dedicated affiliate manager team, because at the end of the day, you're going to need help, you're going to need support, you're going to need resources, and you shouldn't have to do it all alone. Your affiliate team or manager should be there to help guide you. And if you don't, if someone set up a program and they don't have those types of resources, it's going to be a lot harder for you. So if you can try to find a company with dedicated help, they're literally there to support you. Like if someone contacts me and is like, hey, can you help me? Like I will look at their site. I will find ways for them to make more money through our program. So you can absolutely feel free to do that. And then I would say another thing to look for are, obviously recurring commission is lovely, and that kind of goes in with lucrative high paying commissions. But if you look for companies who give you offers that will help you to sell more through your link, that would be ideal as well. So for example, if they're willing to give you a co-branded landing page, like a 30-day extended trials, maybe a discount code, something that will help excite people to use your link specifically, that will be a really easy way for you to get more conversions. And then I would say the other thing too, if they don't have those options, see if their program terms allow for you to create your own bonuses or your own giveaways through the links. So it technically is called incentivizing, and that's actually usually something that most programs don't allow. They don't allow you to incentivize. For example, most companies aren't going to allow you to say, hey, if you sign up through my affiliate link and you pay $500, I'll give you $50 back. They don't like that.
Right.
But if you get someone to sign up through your link to a $500 course and you offer them a year in your membership or your private community, a lot of companies are cool with that. And so just double check with the company, like the company affiliate manager or the terms. But if you want to create, or you can create things to get more people to click your links, it's really going to help you in terms of just getting more sales and making it more worth your time and worth your while.
Yeah, this is a great idea, right? I can see like if I am maybe promoting an affiliate program for a podcast hosting platform or a recording platform like Riverside, I say like, hey, if you use my affiliate program to sign up for a year, I'll hop on a 20-minute call with you to get your account set up, right? If they're cool with that, right? Because that's like extra incentive, make sure they use it.
Such a nice bonus.
Yeah. Also, like in that sense, right? If I make sure they use it, then maybe they'll be a
probably
recurring
renew.
customer, right? Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, and I think that's my takeaway from this. Like that's my action item, I should say, from this conversation, right? Is I'm going to reach out to some of the affiliate programs to see if they'd be cool that I participate in, to see if they're cool with that. Because I really like that. The last question here, because I think we kind of addressed the like, how do we prevent being on a hamster wheel? But what kind of content does well for? And this is probably like a loaded question. That is the answer is it depends. But in your experience, what kind of content do you see performs pretty well for affiliate programs?
Yeah, so I would say it depends, like you just said, but like for example, I've seen social posts like go viral, and then that person makes sends a ton of leads to the companies I work for. So if I say don't do social, don't bother with social, it's possible social could work for you. But what I would say is think about where in the funnel your people are and create content for those low in the funnel. So if you are, let's say it's ConvertKit, soon to be Kit, and you're talking about email. If someone doesn't even realize that they need an email list, they don't have any concept of why they should have a list, they're at the top of the funnel. And so you're going to be needing to create content that's like why you should have an email list, blah, blah, blah. And those people aren't going to be like, oh, okay, now I'm going to go sign up to ConvertKit. But if you are talking to people or you're creating content for people who know they have a problem where they have everyone on a different platform and they want to own it and they want it in an email, and they're now just saying, okay, well, which platform is right for me? Should I pick ConvertKit? Should I pick this other competitor? If you're creating content that's like ConvertKit versus competitor, they're going to find that post. They're already ready to buy. They just don't know which platform. And so they are much more likely to click through and purchase through your link because they're already primed, right? And so any content you can create around that, which would be comparison articles, review articles, even tutorials, because a lot of times, especially in the software space, if you're doing tutorials, they may not have signed up yet and they might be on a free plan, but through enough tutorials, like you talked about, getting them understanding it and using it and realizing, I need to upgrade to the paid plan because it's a better fit for what I'm trying to do. Those types of articles and content, I would say, will perform best and get you more conversions for your clicks.
Nice. That's fantastic. Now we're coming up on time here, so I'm going to have to save this for the pro show. But, I think that listicles are something common where I see affiliate programs. And so I want to ask you your opinion on that. But that's going to have to wait until the pro show. So if you want to hear an even longer conversation, and my friends, this is the first time I tested this with my friend Sarah, but this is the first time in earnest I'm doing it with Justine, is we're just going to have like a full, like kind of open-ended conversation. We had a very structured document for this. And so if you want to hear just like kind of more of us talking about affiliate programs in general, what it's like running a brand's affiliate program, you can become a member over at streamlined.fm/join. Justine, thanks so much for spending time with us today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was really fun.
Likewise, thank you for listening. Thanks to our sponsors. You can find all the show notes in the description for this or over at streamlined.fm/426. First time I mentioned that, I'll probably have to say it in the beginning now. But until next time, I'll see you out there.